Well, hello there on the Wrong Radio Show. I must say I have a story to tell about a gang of hoodlums I used to frequent with. But anyway, these fellas and gals, these guys and gals, you would not believe the stories I do tell. Well, I must say that Reginald, he was hotter than a smoking pipe. He would come up and bring, all kinds of cashmere sweaters and pass them out to everybody with their emblems on them. Mine was RLC. Well, but it was kind of rather sad because once some of the gals got married, the emblems were worthless because you couldn't unstitch it because it was stitched in by a very expensive woman from Kashmir. That's right, a woman from Kashmir made these cashmere sweaters with our emblem initials on it. So they passed the Grey Poupon, and we were very naughty. We put it all over her bosoms, and she squirmed like a little hot dog on a grill. Very slowly she opened up. That's right, she split open like a hot dog on the grill. Oh dear. And you know, those were the days when a Nat Sherman was a Nat Sherman. But the problems were, we'd wear these sweaters, and immediately when we get on the yacht, they were just moistened up from the damp air of Cape Cod. But we needed them. We did. It was rather cold, but we didn't mind seeing everybody's nipples. Johnny Truckington III, he was a student there and he had connections. And at all the frat parties, he would bring us some fine brandy from his family's mansion, cellar below. Nancy was the heir of a candle kingdom, let's say. And she'd come in and would always want us to drip wax across her bottom. And I got to say, on the yacht, I was able to spend with her one weekend one time, and I got to know her very, very well. And she got to know me under me. Of course, we all had to get jobs, and so we did. Some of them took on the family businesses, some of them ventured out into major successes, but there was only a few that had failed, you see. The owner of a tire company had gone under because the price of the Japanese rubber got cheaper on the market and took him down like the Titanic, I must say. We would garish ourselves with fine brandy, cigars, and ladies that we do not know. For it's better to abuse women when you don't know them. Isn't this correct? Of course it is. And you know it. So we'd bring in a manicurist. She'd take care of our petties and manis. Massagist, always Japanese. Then the girls would come in for dancing. Well, let's just say, I cannot put it to words without being rather roguish. Oh dear, look at the time, look at the time. Speaking of RLC emblem monogram sweaters from cashmere and ladies we do not know that we had, and cigars and yachts and frat party days. Look at the time. I do have a little more for some more stories, you see. Well, you want to probably hear about this next one. Oh yes, I've had a double-breasted jacket with the corduroy pants and the silk inners with the lining from Switzerland, and the limo driver, he was going down the road across the hills of the Berkshires, and she was bare. Oh dear. I thought to myself, it's I, her, and he. He knows, I know, she knows. So I slipped the driver a Mickey and her a Mickey in the park. And once the driver was out and she was out, I took promiscuous pictures between the two of them together. Oh, in compromising positions. And so I came clean at the opera. I surely did, and I told her what I'd done on the yacht. I spread the cheeks of a hooker up on the stove that she cooked our breakfast on. And all the money in the world that her family gave her doesn't seem to thrill her. But when I told her about me and my promiscuities, she seemed turned on. And it turned me on to see her get turned on. So she became a watcher. She used to hide in the closet. But it was a big closet, you know. In fact, there was a whole bed in there, and she had herself the toys that she needed as she watched me on camera in the other room with the promiscuous ones. Oh yes, and I have crossed paths with Jeffrey Epstein, and I said, no, I will not go on your plane or your island. The island was cheap, and I don't partake in underage promiscuities. And yes, I did cross paths with Jeffrey Dahmer, and I said, no, I don't eat human flesh. You must leave. So I had Lurch come and take care of the matter and send the police. But you know, I'm still going and still going to go. For now I am the owner of the wrong radio show. And it's a whole entire enterprise. You would not believe how extremely lucrative it is. It is totally lucrative monetarily, and totally lucrative mentally, and audially, and it's very pleasurable. And so goodbye, and I bid you adieu, and thanks for listening to my story. I rather enjoyed telling it with my little glass of brandy and a cigar and silk boxers. Thanks for listening to the Wrong Radio Show 57.